One of the major functions of Nigeria's central bank is the issuance of legal tender, the currency.
To redesign, produce, release, and circulate new series of banknotes at 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1000 naira levels.
The introduction of the new naira currency, or redesigned notes, a policy announced in late 2022, is perhaps one of the biggest sins of Godwin Emefiele since his appointment as central bank governor on the 4th of June 2014. Many will not forget in a hurry the sufferings and the desperations of Nigerians who got stranded, unable to access cash to feed their families and meet other basic necessities. Some sleeping overnight at ATM points.
No cash, no money, food no dey.
The new money, the old money, we cannot even find the old money because of the new money now.
The policy preceded the February 2023 presidential elections. For critics, it was simply political, meant to stop politicians from vote buying. Bola Tinubu, then the presidential candidate of the APC, attacked the policy, promising to reverse it if elected. Members of the APC loyal to Tinubu did not also hold back pointing indirect fingers at the presidency headed then by Muhammadu Buhari, while directly accusing those they called his misguided advisers of working against the party. The political brickbat was not limited to APC members alone. The PDP had also accused Emefiele of assisting the former Lagos State governor of stockpiling new naira notes so that he can carry out vote buying on election day, an allegation which was described by Tinubu as utterly false, spurious, and baseless. But with the happenings on Friday, this activist says the arrest may be a political vendetta.
He should have just allowed this thing to die. We all knew what happened in January, February. How the politics of old naira and how people have wanted to buy a vote. We also know what happened on election day. Because the old naira note was not there, they were doing transfer for voters to vote.
The PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar later admitted the policy was hurting Nigerians. The CBN governor was the object of intense criticisms as he was accused of abandoning his primary responsibility to dabble into the arena of politics. For the first time in Nigeria's history, a CBN governor was openly seen to have his presidential posters all over the place, even going to the court to seek an order to stop his disqualification to contest in the APC primaries. Emefiele failed to openly repudiate his involvement or those purportedly dragging him into the political space. Shortly thereafter, Emefiele got into trouble with the Department of State Services over allegations of money laundering and terrorism financing. But the court came to his rescue, refusing to grant an order for his arrest and detention.
My own take is that he should have been allowed to resign. Let me also put on record that yes, he made some mistakes, took some steps he couldn't have taken, such as the attempt to join politics. But I think overall, in my own assessment, he did his best.
Many believed he came out unscathed at the time because he had the backing of the former president, Muhammadu Buhari. Activists remind the president to act within the rule of law for posterity's sake.
We are calling on the president to immediately order the DSS to release him from unlawful detention because there is a court order restraining his arrest by the DSS. And the DSS participated in the entire proceeding and they have not appealed against that court order. Tinubu must not start from breaching court's order. He is an icon of democratic struggle.
Nigeria operated a multiple exchange rate system that led to concerns among foreign investors and tight control on availability of dollars. He was also accused of making dollars available for some privileged persons within the corridor of power at the official rate and persons who were also accused of round-tripping to further muddy the parallel market for profit. The situation did not go unnoticed by Tinubu, who used his inauguration speech to call for a change.
was a unified entertainment.
The CBN under Emefiele also became some sort of primary lender, funding programs such as the anchor borrowers and other schemes with hundreds of billions of naira. Emefiele did not also hesitate in advancing loans to the federal government. The CBN's loan, otherwise known as Ways and Means, under Emefiele jumped from 790 billion naira in May 2015 to 23.7 trillion naira in 2022. He justified it as necessary in order to save the nation from sinking following global shocks like the pandemic, Russia and Ukraine war, among others. Emefiele is also accused of failing to manage Nigeria's inflation, leading to a record inflation jumping from 8% when he assumed office in 2014 to as high as 22% as at April 2023. Having been suspended and arrested on Friday, June 9, 2023, what are the likely implications of his suspension on monetary policy management?
The point is that the central bank is an institution, so I expect that a number of the policies there will continue. But there's no denying the fact that a good number of the bold initiatives he took while in office are likely to slow down, because these are initiatives that he has been passionate about, talking about the e-naira, for example, talking about the ROT 200. Okay, so these initiatives may slow down.
This is not the first time that the president of Nigeria will be suspending the CBN governor from office. But from history, there is usually no way back for a suspended CBN governor in Nigeria. Emefiele has been made to hand over to the deputy governor in charge of operations, Folashodun Shonubi, who was one of the top members of the team Emefiele worked with.